This is the Stanley Cup playoffs on EA Sports. Son of Beast and Terry Crews here. This is the postseason of the NHL 25. Hey everybody, it's Fan and Son of Beast back for another NHL Stanley Cup playoffs on EA Sports. This next matchup, we are going to head to the Western Conference to get ready for our next game. The next game matchup, you may recall this one here for this part of the season, as the Wilds are ready to rematch against the Vegas Golden Knights for the postseason. And as we're being this one here before, Minnesota Wilds are back in the postseason after missing their last postseason of NHL 24. But now this time, they have already made their way into the wild card position, and they are trying to look for the win if they can get back into regrouping their connections. It's going to be our one biggest day of their lifetime. And as for the starting of this group here, one of the Wilds are definitely putting in with one of our big head coaches in the matchups. As we are looking forward to see what goes in with their team, there will be another team that's going to change it all from everywhere at once. So right now, here are the starting head coaches for the Minnesota Wilds. John Hint is the starting head coach for the Minnesota team. Only one player that's relieved out in the X-Factor players is Kirill Kaprizov. Now, he makes it snappy in his own ability, and the alternative captain, he makes a great elite snapshot in stride. He also does this, he makes a great pass to make a right edge of the motion. The timing is just right, and he definitely has one of our big takes to put in. And the other players we have is Jonas Brodin with the shutdown. Then, the starting goaltender is Philip Gustafsson, a dialed in on the boost save when on the roll. Then Matthew Baldy, he makes a close quarters in the range and a close shooting in the close quarters at the right timing. Then Matt Zuccarello, he makes a third eye perceptible passer at the right timing. Then Brock Faber, of course he has the elite edges to put in with some great direction changes. He also puts wheels and take the tape. And then we have his Joel Eriksson Ek. He makes the take-the-tape zone with a great passing within the vision. It's great, and for last one of the concurrences, it's all for nothing. The other goaltender is Marc-Andre Fleury. It's a great poke checking to put in right toward the stride. And then after that, Frederick Gutteru, he makes it all alone with the breakaway changing up the finish. Let's hope there is one of our big plays of the best for the Wilds team. And now for the starting head coaches for the Vegas Golden Knights. The other side is Bruce Cassidy, and is currently the head coach for the Vegas Golden Knights, and joined the team here on June 14th of 2022 as the third head coach franchise history. There are a bunch of them going on around here, and the starting goaltender is Adin Hill. Here are the rest of the players. Starting with Jack Eichel, he makes an unstoppable force by using his strength within the puck. His vision is definitely a great way to have his own use to put the skills in and the challenge. Then Mark Stone, it's a yoink ability on a defensive stick lift plus the captain of the Vegas Golden Knights. He does happen with making his defensive effort, but there's one way that can definitely change it all. And Alex Pietrangelo, he makes a shutdown ability with a great Russian defensive set. He makes a great lockdown and has it across the board. And for superstar players, Shea Theodore, the elite edges, Ivan Barbashev, the unstoppable force, but the snipe is making a great puck settling. Noah Vanafin with the elite edges and take the tape. Then it's Tomas Hertl, it's tricky zone. Then it's William Karlsson, it's tricky on the other hand, plus a quick draw face-off. And finally, it's Brady McNabb, the ice pack on the great shot blocking. Those are the players that we have seen before, but this is going to be a first game in Vegas. Of course, I love to see what goes in. I think this is going to be a great game. Standing by with the commentators, I have one of our biggest on the support. Test Tube is standing by along with the other two, as this time, this will be Ultra Beast, and across from here in the center ice, I give a warm welcome to Roy Cruz in center ice. We'll see you all there, everybody, for the post-game show after this game. Now, let's enjoy it. Knights Wild, next on EA Sports. It's our biggest night in Vegas town. Hi everybody, I'm Test Tube and I'm here with my broadcast partner with Ultra Beast and Center Ice is Roy Cruz. Game 1 in Vegas town as we are ready to be born armor and ready for the playoff. Here it is, the Stanley Cup playoffs of NHL 25 starts now for the one versus the wildcard team. On a start for Matthew Baldy, he's right toward the wing as he drops that one off the goaltender by Aiden Hill. Now, Petrangelo starts that one off then. He'll simply pass over to Jack Eichel. Blocks that one as Middleton takes it over, finding over to Rosie. Baldy sets to Rosie. On a shot and bounding for the rebound take, stopped by Aiden Hill. Aiden Hill will take his first 2 saves of the night as we are underway in T-Mobile Arena. A lot of time left in this period. No score in the game between the Vegas or Minnesota. As the wind puts in for Minnesota, here's Barbashev right toward the wing. On the rush, what will he do? Olafson pulls in with a stick lift here that goes off to Middleton and a rebound by Matthew Baldy. Puck out in, Barbashev's got the puck. Here's Zuccarello, he sets over to Matthew Baldy. Baldy sits over to Rosie. Oh, a big drive and a hit that goes to Vegas to pull SmackDown.
Not even I say now, dear, for Ivan Barbashev, he was really like starting off to. I've never seen anything that's going to happen that long. This is the pass up and the quick angle that they're doing it for. It's a big start of the group.
Hague finds Sod. Lost that one, and he will rebound it again over to Hague. Off to Petrangelo. Here's a shot as he went down. This one will rebounds off by Faber. Eriksson looks to Hartman. Minnesota rolling into the Vegas territory. Eriksson pad easy save by Aiden Hill. He'll cover things up to get ready for our next puck drop. For the playoff inbounding, I welcome to Brandon Saad from the St. Louis Blues to join in with the Vegas Golden Knights. He's been playing for one of his better careers of the season. As for Brandon Saad, he was definitely on a quick start off to make his own appearances. And a better take here, he has a sibling with George Saad, and is an American player and drafted by the Chicago Blackhawks in 2011. A 2-time Stanley Cup champion since 2019. He's the Warriors, Derek Leah! A start for the Knights power on the game to get the start 1-0.
Look how much traffic I did here. Derek Leah is making a great look at the pass off. And this angle is beaten over by Buckon on the Florida traffic Gustafson. Here's what Dick made. This is definitely one of the fastest plays that Dorothea makes that goal. This is a great start off here for the Golden Knights as they're on the board.
So the Golden Knights have started their first part of a goal in the first game in Vegas as Shea Theodore picks up the assist.
Not when anybody does score. And I say now that Shea Theodore is really making a great help in a drive angle. He was really on a great use of his pressure. It makes it totally easy for them to spare.
Here's Coulthard, he's right toward the wing. Move around while saving, made by Gustafson. Here's Minnesota as Johansson has it. A blocker stop made by Aiden Hill. The rebound puts in for Reed Hartman. Here's another shot. A save and a rebound in traffic. Spurgeon looking again for Reed. Bumped by Hill. 7 shots on goal for Minnesota and only 2 for Vegas. Now, we're taking a look over here again. As for Brandon Saad, he was really one of our big takes here. And for playing by his last part of his career statistics, he has played with some other teams for the Chicago Blackhawks by 2011. He only had 2 goalie percentages and only 10 goals in this game of the career season. Not before the AHL had made them change over to the Rockford IceHawks with only 8 goals of a season, and then he returns to Chicago Blackhawks by 2012 to 2013 season in 10 goals of a game. Then it was 19 goals by 2013 to 14. 14 to 15 was a better record than 23. And now, Columbus Blue Jackets traded him for the other team. He had 31 goals. That's the longest team of this goal record of the season by any other players. And
Marty
Golden
Golden Knights
was
is
24
first
goals
goal
by
of the playoffs,
2016-17
first goal of the
season.
postseason.
And then the Blackhawks,
Number 16,
and then the Avs, this is only 15 goals. And then they trade off to St. Louis Blues.
Assisted by number
This is what the
27,
big take in on Bears on.
Yeah, I'm a little gracious to that one. When I say Brandon Saad,
And
he's really
number
like giving all the
36,
energy.
Rafael
And now he's here with the Golden
Lavoie.
Knights. He gets done with his
7 goals,
first
2
career
minutes
on his
remaining in
good
the first
effort.
period.
And then he
Rafael
goes
Lavoie
to Winter
the
Olympics
first playoff goal,
here by
assisted by
2016
Jay
in
Theodore
Team North
and
America.
Rafael
I
Lavoie
noticed all that.
at 2 minutes in the
This
first
was
period of the
definitely
playoffs.
representing the United States. Nothing really says that episode, and I gotta say now about Brandon Saad, he's really like a great take here. Give the credit if you have.
Theodore shots blocked, and this one gives over to Polak now. He'll dump it out, and now into Vegas territory is McNabb. McNabb sets the side, and he looks at the pass over again. On the other side is Stone. Rebounded by Frederick Gooderoo. Looks to Ogren. A pass over to Polak now. Right toward the wing. Brandon Hayes right toward the wing. Off again to Barbashev. The cutting bounding drive stopped by Gustafsson. We are just getting down to started here in the first period, under 16 minutes in the first. A lot of time opportunity here, only 1-0 Vegas. Now to win, here's Spurgeon. He's bumped along the boards. The rebound by Brodin. Here's a set of passes to Zuccarello. Boldies gets the puck here. Entering into Vegas territory, whereas he should save by Aiden Hill. He rolls that one out of here. Now it's rolled to Matt Zuccarello and finding Spurgeon to Boldy. Boldy shoots, up save by Aiden Hill.
He's got a good opportunity range out there. You know what happens with Aiden Hill. He makes a nice, easy save. This pass off guard driving is just incredible.
Minnesota wins the faceoff. Almost been redirected as Hill stops it with a pad, and he'll cover it up with only 15:27 remaining. And now let's talk about Kirill Kaprizov, the other side from the Minnesota Wild. As you may have already noticed it before, Kirill Kaprizov is a Russian player that played in for the Russian team, and it was definitely one of our biggest on start by 2017 World Junior Championship. And he was definitely ranked in to make the stoppage of his own zone with the Calder Memorial Trophy. That was the Rookie of the Year season in 2021 to win that award. And the fans really love him for Kirill Kaprizov. He's also named Dollar Bill Kirill. I'll talk more here for the center ice in just a bit.
You know what they say now, that Kirill Kaprizov's definitely one of our big takes here. I never seen like what he does for. And what they say now is Kirill Kaprizov is really one of our big slings, and he was really one of our biggest players in the game. Ever since he was ever playing it by 2014, he was really going to stagger. Just give him a think. If you have what it takes, try to be out yourself. And because of Kirill Kaprizov, he really does his dog take. Snipe that.
The rebound puts it in for Petrangelo. Johansson's got that puck right along the board. Noah Hannafin's right toward the wing. And now the Knights are back into Wild territory. Hannafin, here's Ophir, trying to go for 2 goals. It is redirected off the skate and back to Eriksson Ek to Hartman. Here's a shot chance, right toward the wing, Hartman. Brodin's right toward the wing, hit the pass to Hartman. Hartman looks to Brodin. On a shot for Hartman, chance, saved by Hill. 14:08 to go in the first period. Looks like Aiden Hill is on a start. A lot of opportunity range for the Vegas Golden Knights. Still a 1-0 game. Now as they win, here's Noah Hannafin. He sets the sod. Sod's right toward wing as he will set things over to Stone. Here's a Stone shot. Oh, kicked out by Gustafsson. Nice take in on the pressure.
Well, Gustafsson's been really like keeping it all in a great effort. No chance it was a better take.
Now here's the win for Minnesota, and the late penalty upcoming on Vegas. This is going to be a holding call or the interference.
I'm going to say interference. I think that's going to happen with the first penalty kill for Vegas Golden Knights.
Yeah, that's going to be on Braden Howard.
Vegas penalty has a 2-minute interference on number 21.
When you're starting off in a face-off, you're not going to play it in the center of it when you're doing this. When you're holding this, that's not going to like make him change off. You make that interference on the face-off, and you try to hold it, that's no good. That's going to be the first penalty kill.
Vegas Knights start their first penalty kill, as this will be Minnesota Wilds to start their power play.
Power play is a bit easier range, and what I say now is now, Wilds need to get somebody a better proof.
Vegas penalty, number 21, 2 minutes for interference on Brett Howden. Seven penalty, 13:57 remaining in the first period. That's a penalty for the Vegas Golden Knights on number 21, Brett Howden on a 2-minute interference. Seven penalty, 13:57 remaining in the first period of the playoffs. That means your Golden Knights are in the penalty kill.
This rebound by Mark Stone. He'll clear it out. Rebound by Chisholm. Chisholm sets to Gooderoo. Gooderoo chance, but saved by Gill. 13:08 to go in the first period. 1:23 left for the Wild's power play. All right, I have a little take here this time. Jack Eichel. I send it over again to Roy Cruz. What's your take here?
Thanks, folks. Jack Eichel is one of our big takes here, and he was also noticing on his better take on his effort. By 2015, he was one of our big leads here in NHL entry draft. What they say now is for Jack Eichel, he was a rising class generation talent in this sport. As the fans really loved it, it was described by the age of 17, the new face of American hockey. He was one of our bigger performers here, and I would love to see what Jack Eichel's done. Plus, he makes an unstoppable force and incredible drive by his American athlete to show his better alternative captain on the skills. I hope to find out here for Jack Eichel, and I'll see what happens if he gets his next chance. Back to you guys.
Kicked out by Aiden Hill. Erickson back again. Saved by Hill. Just 12:20. A great stop by the goaltender. Officials are being glided up to get ready for another puck drop. It is a 12:20 left here in the first. Only one goal frame for Vegas. Now Fedor will clear that one out of here. And a rebound by Spurgeon. Took a little nasty hit. And it's rebounded by Rudolph. Stone, shot clear, glove saved by Gustafsson on a short-handed goal as he denies the opportunity.
That's just really like unpredictable. They're really making it a try to make it out. That's a great stoppage. Right now, this time is about to expire.
Behind the net, Rosie. Off the pass to Zuccarello, and it's back to the Golden Knights. Minnesota power play is expired as they've already been out of time.
Great setup here for Aiden Hill. This is what I've been really seeing things here. Now, a great bench chance. This is what the great take made. He was really on an excellent percentage. He doesn't really make that hard and clear, but he really snapped it all and made that one a good percentage.
Here's Brock Faber as he gives it over to Trennan. Trennan off to Faber. Faber looks to push it off. Jack Eichel's right turn in the wing, finding Olofsson, and he sets the pass over to Barbashev. Barbashev shot, saved by Gustafsson. He'll cover it in with only 11:23 remaining in the first period. As we're nearing down the midway mark of the period, still a tight game here, as no Minnesota Wilds to get that goal for nearing the midway mark. Now one redirects. Durviev, Hurdle, kicked out by Gustafsson. And he went down. The rebound by Higgy. Higgy straight scores! What a chance here for Higgy! Now he has his first goal of his playoff game.
I never saw that. That's what they did. And what happened was maybe he was really like getting overdosed. That is just one take. On that goal, this rebound puts over Hagee with cut in motion. And when that try takes in, that's being over to Gustafsson on a nice timing. This attacking is going to get them going and going.
The Golden Knights are up by 2 at the start of the first period, and they are looking to see if they can try to hold their lead at the end of the first. China's right to a corner, finding the favor. Back to Trennan's shot. Redirected, it'll be a penalty on a slash that goes to Lavoie.
Vegas penalty has a 2-minute slashing on number 36.
Although he's so used to this one. This is what nobody's going to give it over to. He was slashed and he got chipped up. That's not going to happen with this first penalty kill. And now this will be their second penalty kill for Vegas team.
2 penalty kills on Vegas Golden Knights as the Minnesota Wilds are on a power play.
2 for chance. That's 0 for 1. But you just really need to get this one a better look.
Vegas penalty. Number 36, 2 minutes for slashing.
They're going to start
2 remaining in the first period of the game. That's a Vegas penalty on number 36 for foul avoid for a 2-minute slashing. Tampa penalty, 11:02 remaining in the first period in the playoffs. That means your Golden Knights are in the penalty kill.
Vegas wins the face-up as KG will clear it out. Rebounded up, Foldy. On a chance opportunity, Colsar takes the puck steal. He'll clear that one out of here. The Wilds are back in offense as Faber finds Zuccarello.
Score!
Zuccarello sets the Boldy. Moves around, saved made by Hill. Zuccarello's in corner against Faber. Denies it, and that shot goes high over the net and off the glass.
Score by number 14.
The rebound puts in by Faber, puts the Boldy. Zuccarello's shot blocked. Rebound again by the Wilds. Boldy takes it over. Now sits the closer. Boldy takes over.
Nicholas Hagen with his first playoff goal, assisted by Rafael Moye at 8:50 in the first period of the playoffs.
Off to Faber. Faber moving around a bit. And this one's stopped by Brett Haygood. Minnesota back the other way, finding Hartman and looks again to Ogren. Ogren right toward wing, finds Faber. Faber pass, Stone with projection. Clears his own. Just 30 seconds left for the Wilds power play, only 9:30 in the first, as he finds Hartman again to Ogren. Ogren's right toward wing again to Kudero. Kudero cutting bounding, Hennepin takes it over. Stone takes it out. They're running out of time here as they're trying to get their goal to get the power play advantage.
10 seconds to go. Wilds are going to get back into their full strength.
Hennepin, Howden, saved by Gustafsson. And that will do for the Wilds power play, 0 for 2 in their game.
While Logan sails around with a cross, 120 for Minnesota and only 58 seconds. That's just a ton of time to get there, but there was no offensive regrouping in position. It really took it out, and nothing really sells it in. You know, this really needs to give some a big change. And what sometimes they really need to do, they need to give some a better room to do some offense. All the stride, it doesn't take anything that much lately to go with their game.
Glove save by Gustafsson. 8:40 remaining in the first period, as they'll be ready to take the next puck shot. Now back to Roy Cruz. He'll talk about Kirill Kaprizov.
Kaprizov is one of our biggest of the games that he's really been able to live for. Since its alternative captain, he really has shown what he was made out of. He's also nicknamed Kirill the Frill. Before playing this game, he was met joining with the WAP as he played for Milolog Novoselka, near Ufa, and CSKA Moscow in the Continental Hockey League. He is one of our biggest players here on his own drive. At his ultimate career status, the awards has been declared an honor at All-Star Game. And Vedabera Schneider, his KHL, he had been sent back in 2016. He was really one of our big takes in. And now the fans knew they've really been noticing Dollar Bill Kirill. This is what happens that he wants to put it in on a dollar drive, and he really wants Minnesota to pop things in. Looking to see what Kirill Kaprizov's got in this game. Guys, back to you.
Here's Middleton right toward the wing after a miscommunication for the Vegas team. Stop save by Aiden Hill. 7:51 remaining in the first period. Now both teams are ready. 31 hits for Vegas and only 24 for Minnesota on a big hit. Now a win for Vegas. Here's Pietrangelo. Over now to Hague. Hague looks over to Barbashev. Sets to Eichel. Michael, Olofsson, he went off the crossbar! That stays out, and Gustafsson covers it in!
Oh wow, that was almost going to be another goal. That is like impossible already. That one just went all under the bar. Wow, that was unbelievable. That really just took it out. There was no ricochet in.
Stop by Gustafsson! Olofsson finds Petrangelo's shot, saved by Gustafsson. Petrangelo, and he went down. Brodin sets the ball in, and now Zuccarello has it. Rolls right toward the wall. Now Petrangelo. Send it over across his Barbashev. Down he finds the pass to Hague. Hague looks to Olofsson. Into the lane, finds Eichel. Eichel shot, redirected, and will set up again, and they got to play. Nearing the 7-minute mark in the first period, Vegas still up by 2-0. Here's the win, Theodore, covered up by Gustafsson. Brodin sets to Johansson, he's right toward the wing. On a sprint he goes. In front. Down a rebound by Minnesota. Barbashev's got that puck in. Hartman looking over it. Now it's Olofsson, he's right toward the wing. Shot, glove saved by Gustafsson. 6:37 to go in the first period, as they'll be able to get their next face-off. Now, a little stats here from Gustafsson. He was really on a great take in, but he's been keeping things in. And what I see with Philip Gustafsson, he was really on the pressure when he made that great save. This contract must have been tainted by his ultimate on his own zone. And now he is signed his 3-year contract with the cap hit per season. He's really one of our big takes on it before, and what Gustafsson wasn't sure about Kropakino, and sometimes he was not really sure what he was going to do. And for Open and Marc-Andre Fleury and one of our big players and the goaltender, he was really ripped up through.
I say now Gustafsson's really giving a great status on this zone. And what I say with his rating, he was 84. That's crazy. Only 84. He was not really seeing things he was going to keep things on going. And with that, I was never seeing it like this before since he was going to get off to a great start. Just think about it, what Gustafsson's going to make him do. This is a great take, and he's really been doing it.
Petrangelo, heard a shot saved by Gustafsson. 5:41 to go in the first period. And I'll cover things up to get our face-off. Now as the win for Eriksson puts it in for the Wilds, here's Faber. Hurdle takes it over, Dorofeyev blocked the shot. Faber sits to Middleton. Middleton will clear that zone out. Now it's rebounded by Petrangelo again to Hague. Elio Lavoie finding again to Dorofeyev. Puck stays in zone, no offside. Minnesota back the other way now finding it caught Trennan. And now Hague's right to it again to Dorofeyev. Kushinav. Shot! Stopped by Hill with only 5:04 remaining. With one of our big takes here for Aiden Hill, he was one of our biggest on the take. Since he made his finish, a Canadian player, and made their win with the Four Nations face-off by their team, they were really eager to see Connor McDavid with the finishing of the take as Team Canada beats Team USA a 3-2 game. It was no match they made, but that was just incredible for Team Canada to pull out a win in the finals. This big championship was really unbelievable to show off Aiden Hill with his better skill.
Never really sets down. I mean, I say Team Canada's really giving Aiden Hill a better effort. What I don't think about it now is how professional is he? Is he doing the right thing? I don't think so.
Keep the pad out here by Gustafsson, and it's rebounded by Johansson toward the other way. Barbashev rebounds the puck, finding Eichel. Move around! Gustafson stops that puck. Just 4:11 to go in the first period. Now as they're ready to take another face-off, still a 2-0 game, Vegas. Now as they win, here's White Cloud. This one gets back to Bogushon, again to Matthew Baldy. Here's the rush, Baldy, move around, save by Gill. What a great chance here for Baldy, but it wasn't enough to make the beat out of by the goaltender. And they're off to go, they're ready to take another puck drop. Now here's the win for Vegas as Hannafin sets the stone. Rebound by Morosi. Zuccarello, great save by Gill as he denied that opportunity. Here's Brandon Saad right toward wing. Chisholm takes it over with only 3:45 left to go in the first period. Here's Bogushon, right toward wing. Rebound by White Cloud. White Cloud sets to Saad. Took the smash hit. Howden right toward the wing. And right behind Hannafin. Stopped by Gustafson as he denies that playing bound in the middle.
That was really like almost staggering. There was no stopping to this play.
Both teams are ready to take the puck drop. Hurdle and the team Erickson trying to get another face-off win. Now the Wilds will continue their winning face-off and he finds Ogren. Ogren shot. Big blocker save B by Gill. Full pressure coming out from Minnesota. Blocked up by Vegas team. Durfiet looks to Hurdle. Hurdle. Good poke check here from Minnesota. Now it's rebound by Spurgeon. Durfiet. Burdine sets the Spurgeon with under 3 minutes in the first. Here's Frederick Gooderoo, he's right toward the wing. Goes down with the kick. Petrangelo right back after him. A lot of smashing hits here on each ring. And now Ogren is taking it over. Another hit releases. Wilds need to find an open room. They need some help. Gooderoo setting a backup play by Burdine. Burdine, cutting bounce save by Gill. 2:25 left to go in the first period. And we'd like to keep you remind you guys that if you want to join in for VidCon, don't wait. Tickets are still available before they're gone, before the deadline hits on June, because this will be a fun way to get in for the park, to make some celebration and to meet the creators and get to a great start. Don't miss your chance here with VidCon 2025, available on vidconwebpage.com/tickets. Now Shore goes down. McNabb takes it over.
This is a big on a stoppage. There's no other consequence. They're making a great play afterwards. They're really staggered in to make some hard, adjustable, drive, sudden plays. They're really all over it now.
Now teams are ready to take the next puck drop. 2-0 still to score. As Vegas wins the faceoff, here's Theodore. Sets to Pearson. Colzar's right turn wing. Set off to Pearson. Not enough to beat over the defender as Gustafson will cover it in. And after waiting for another faceoff, still a 2-0 game. Here's the win for Minnesota as Middleton's right over again. Deep out. White Cloud will send it over right again, the other way to Hannafin. Hannafin on the drive. Shot, but saved by Gustafson. Under 90 seconds remaining in the first period, 2-0 still to score. Lots of timing hits here. Only 45 for Vegas and 40 for Minnesota. Now to win, here's Hannafin. Drive, stop made by Gustafson. On a glad drive effort, he would have made a wide open look.
That was really incredible. Great saving.
Stone. Toward wing now finds White Cloud. And it sets to Hannafin. Hannafin looks to Saad. Saad looks to Howden. Howden shot blocked by Faber. 1 more minute remaining in the first period. Right now
There's only 1 minute left remaining in the first period.
Wow, he got the best smash out of him. Side. Rebound by Howden. Another big stop here by Gustafson. White Cloud. Puck rolls out of zone. Hayview takes it over. Over a loose puck on the chain. Now in the Minnesota territory, this will be an icing on Vegas. Nearing down the end of the first period, 2-0 to score, Vegas. Now here's the win for Brown, and as Whitecloud will send it over again to Stone. Here's Stone, right toward wing. He shoots it. Went down. Spurgeon takes over to Burdine. Burdine looking at the effort. Rebound by Howden. Only 20 seconds in the first. Howden. Side shot. And a big save by Gustafson. 14.6 seconds in the first period. They're getting another face-off. Spurgeon wins the face-off, as now he looks again to Ogren. Ogren, time, going to Vallejo. He shot, great blocker, stopped by Eden Hill, and that's going to do it for the first period. So a great chance starts off for Vegas, a 2-0 lead. We'll be right back with you shortly after this. Welcome back, folks, as we're ready to get started for the second period in Vegas. Start off its way for the empty on a good range, as for now, Vegas has been really on a great start here for the first period. Let's see if we can handle it for the second period. And the penalty is going to be signalized on the Wilds. That's going to be an interference for the Wild on the Minnesota team.
Oh, that's pretty bad. They were not really sure enough that they were going to get this one off tonight. And no one is going to
Minnesota penalty has a 2-minute interference on number 23.
This is what the interference has been starting it off to. He was really feeling like, how are you going to stop that effort? That is not a great clean offense.
So the Golden Knights will add another power play to this advantage. Right now with only 19:39, past the 22nd
Minnesota Wild
of the
penalty.
second period.
23, Marco Rossi for the interference. Time of penalty, 19:59.
Rebound scores! Oh, let's see, does it again. It's another power play goal for the Knights.
You know, I see what goes in there. All of a sudden is making a nice free pass. When his pass is over, we got this is where he takes it. Look at this great play angle. This is what happens, Vic. He took that shot. Ain't that one in there. It's just a little bit insane action going in if you're making a good look. This is a clean effort up here making for Olofsson to start off this second goal.
So the first playoff goal is Olofsson, and now here's Sod, he's right turned away. Wow, that's a biggest hit. Now he's right turned away, and yes, Stone's right toward the corner. Stone lost the effort as Boldy takes it over. Now the chance now finding Zuccarello. There's a biggest, roughest hit here for the Knights. Assad has his own rebound. And it goes up and over on the goaltender. He'll cover it up with only 19:01 remaining in the second period. A little bit of a flashback here as we're taking a look back in 2019, and with this one, the only team that they weren't able to make that off with all the energy of playing against the San Jose Sharks. They were one of the biggest rival teams in the Pacific Coast. This division was not really the easier way that they were choosing it for. Since they lost in Game 7 in overtime,
Golden
it was
Knights,
not to be
his
clear
first
that the
goal of the
Sharks
playoffs,
really had
first
rubbled
goal of
out.
the postseason.
Peterbilt
Score on the
out
power
here
play number
with some
95,
franchise and
Victor
their special team on their
Olofsson.
own offense and defense.
Assisted by number 10, Nicholas
Bruin. And what they said
by
now
number
is,
49,
we were not really
Ivan
We know we were a little bit off aggressive,
Time and a goal on
and
the
that
power
will
play for
never
the Knights.
change
30 seconds in the
until
second
they
period.
meet us again
Victor
for every
Olofsson,
season.
power play goal,
It
first
just
playoff
happens
goal,
with
assisted
San
by
Jose
Nicholas
Sharks. They really
Burrell
like keeping
and
it all
Ivan
legit.
Barbashev
When I
at
say
30
that
seconds
the
on the
only team
power
that they were
play,
really
the
up to
second of
our
the
energy,
playoffs.
this Sacramento Fool was never going to make that one change off to our lifetime. I gotta say now, but when they are choosing the right play on their offense skills, this is what gets things crazy in the way. And nobody was able to try to like cover everything out if they're going to get this another goal. I just really said now is that the Vegas Golden Knights are definitely like unprofitable that they're really giving it over. And what sometimes with the Wilds, they notice that the San Jose Sharks definitely beat them. But just a couple of games got San Jose and they're home, and as that, the Knights lost their game. And then they win it. They're home against in game 3 and 4 and 6. I mean, it was definitely not always easy enough that they were really keeping things in there. I was really never seeing things that was going to come along the right way. And as I noticed it before, this is definitely what the tank is. Possible enough, good world, under energy. In the corner now, right now as Lavoie gives back to Spurgeon. And as Oakland is right toward again to Goodrow. Goodrow's right toward the wing, sends it for Legno. On a shot saved by Hill. Whitecott sends to Eichel. And a rumble kick here for the Wilds. That will be 50 in game 1. Spurgeon's right toward wing. And it's taken over by Eichel. Eichel lost that one. Whitecott trying to hold on. Now the rebound puts in for Whitecloud and it finds to Barbashev. Middleton takes it over. Now Brock Faber will now try to get over to Shore. McNabb has a pass again to Olofsson, again to Eichel. Eichel is right toward the wing. And a shot saved by Gustafsson. 16:32 to go in the second period. He'll cover it up in another face-off. Now, I know what you're thinking out there, Ultra Beast, but sometimes for the Wilds, they're really like on a pressure take. They haven't won their Stanley Cup many years ago, and then they only had nothing. But for Golden Knights, they finally have won, which I know that they did. They just got their Stanley Cup like a couple years ago. Since 2023 was the last one that they done for. And as for Aiden Hill, he was receiving it big, and all the energy, and they're really loving it for the home crowd. They are one of our big Vegas best team in the league. You may notice that. How do you think of that?
Well, I say so too. I mean, what I noticed is they're really keeping it in. The flock of energy was really like giving a harder change off. And they stay now. I mean, what the Vegas Golden Knights would do, they're just going to keep it like they did.
That shot went up and wide, and Rao has back the other way. Here's another shot to make save here by Gustafsson. Rao up toward the back to Rao. Bump straight toward the wing. Faber. Wow, he took a little slam afterward. Now the rebound by Middleton. He sends to Rosie. Rosie pass to Zuccarello. Here's a shot range around. Redirected. Now Hill will cover it in with only 15:29 to go in the second period. A lot of the line is going right between Vegas and Minnesota, as it's still looking for a very comfortable score for Vegas, up by 3. Oh, Iggy went down. Vegas back in offense zone. With the rebound, here's the shot, glove saved by Gustafsson. 15 remaining in the second period. He'll cover things up to get another face-off. Now, as both teams are ready to take another puck drop, it is still tightness on the game to make the first goal count in. Now, as they win, big block shot by Minnesota. Hartman right after it. The rebound by Lavoie. Lavoie right toward the wing as he sends a deep pass over again to Dorofiev. The rebound puts by Bogusan. Johansson's got the puck along the wing. In toward middle, this one goes back to Barbashev. Eriksson takes it over. Swings along the middle. And it's covered by Aiden Hill with only 14:40 in the second period. A lot on the line here. We haven't passed the midway mark of the period. Looks like that the Wilds need to find themselves with a desperate goal to get on the board. Now Annafin looks to Whitecloud. He sets to Olafson. Olafson to Eichel. Eichel to Barbashev. On a shot. Saved by Gustafsson. Now they're on to do it again. Another goal. Nash to try to figure things out. If anything changed. And now to win. Here's a fire race inbound, and the cannon is saved again by Gustafsson, and Hannafin's right toward wing finding Whitecloud. Slipped the dagger, and it's rebounded by Kuznetsov. Yakov Trenin's right toward wing again to Shore. Whitecloud sets back to Barbashev. Shore has it back. Nothing given up with the goal, and this one goes back to Shore. Shore looks to Olafson, he finds Whitecloud. And now he finds Spurgeon over again, now finding Bodine. Bodine now gives to Gooderow again to Fullick now. Fullick's right behind him. Out a backhander shot, a turnaround saved me by Gill. Still plenty of time left in the period. Minnesota still desperately looking for a goal to get on the board. Middleton shot, and he scores. That will be Frederick Gooder's first playoff goal against the Knights. Now you got the good goal. That's what happened to Frederick Gooder. You got a good deflection beating over by Gill. When you see what happened with tape to tape, that gives it over from Brock Faber, and you give to Middleton, and then you give a little fire shot of range. That goes to Frederick Gooder to have it deflected and right into her net. That makes it a great start. The Golden Knights are down by 2 as the Wilds are on the board. It is a 3-1 game in a second period. Now, I know there's nobody to give open to, but when I say this, you have no blame to think about it. Okay, just think of it this way. This possible was not even an easier chain that anyone's been keeping us through. And all you have to do is keep finding open plays in this game. You know, I was not even sure that Olafson was going to try to get over right by Gooderow. And what they said now is that Gooderow may have his next goal to put in. That's his first playoff goal. By the way, don't take anything else if you want to make that one own right out of your pocket. It sometimes gets away from it. It never settles. That's what happens. Don't get uncomfortable. Face-off win for the Wilds, and Zuccarello's right toward again to Middleton.
Score for the Minnesota Wilds. His first goal of the playoffs, first goal of the postseason. Score by number 89, Frederick Gooder. Assisted by number 5, Jake Middleton. And by number 7, Brock Faber. Time in goal 6:21 remaining in the second period. Frederick Gooderow, his first goal in the playoffs, assisted by Jake Middleton and Brock Faber in the second period at 6:21 in the playoffs.
Matthew Boldy takes over to Middleton. Middleton sets a pass to Faber. Here's a chance on a shot as he went down, and this one, battle and the rebounding is Pietrangelo. Biggest kid again. Hagee sets the stone. Right toward wing. Spurgeon got a good piece of it to put in the effort. And off to Zuccarello. 2-1. That's turned over aside by Vegas. Hurdle looks to Lavoie. Lavoie gets a little spin off, and Spurgeon over again to Johansson. Now the Minnesota team will take over this again. Eriksson went down. Big save by Aiden Hill. And Johansson back to Eriksson. Fires a shot. Blocked up. Hartman goes after it. Big save by Gill. Eriksson takes it over. Now finding it again to Bodine. Spurgeon shoots. It's blocked. Right in the defensive zone as he tries to get that rebound again. Now it's back to Furiev again to Hurdle. Now it's back to Bodine. Looks to Johansson. Went down again. Lavoie now finds Theodore. Theodore shoots. Off the deflection, stays out. Lavoie. Gustafson will cover it in with only 11:17 remaining in the second period. There's a lot to be done here for the Vegas Golden Knights. But whenever you think about it now, the wildcard team are always better, but it doesn't stay afterwards if you get better at it. Sometimes we do see things, big upsets. Don't take a change if you do form. Now they roll back again. Ogren along the board, and now it's rebounded by Hannafin. Here's Pearson, right to her and away. Entering the attacking zone. Now the rebound by Frederick Gooderud. Gooderud sets to Spurgeon. Spurgeon off to Verdine. And he sets to Foligno. In toward Wayne Foligno. Trying to get over on a rabble on a hit. And now Hannafin now settling it over again to Pulsar. Pulsar sets to Brow. Hannafin fires in. He scores! Wow! He makes a soft shot. And now they're up by Spurgeon again. Great job by Little Hannafin. That's great settling to put in the defense zone. Covering from a goaltender, it was not always easy. You see, that's when Middleton is making a fire shot to release a cannon. Fired at last and knocked the ball out. Wow, that flies up in the airborne. That really makes it a great goal. Get it in. Golden Knights celebrate another goal, but they're still not done yet. It is a 4-1 game as we're nearing the midway mark of the period. Now to win for Eichel as Noah Hannafin's right toward in the wing zone. Over the pass to Whitecloud. Redirected, Middleton finds Kushnerov. Kushnerov on a shot, saved by Hill. He stopped it again. Great chance here for Aiden Hill to cover it up, but no goal for the Wild. Still looking for Kaprizov to get on the ice, but we're not sure what's happening here. Number 93 still might be getting 97, excuse me. Still a little bit under control if he needs to get things regrouped. He's a little out of breath afterward. Here's Barbashev, right toward the boards. Barbashev rolling again Olofsson. Olofsson backhander, and it's rebound by Faber after a save by Gustafson. Faber rolls to Trennan. Trennan trying to get over to use that into his fire
his
at
first
puck
goal
out
of
of
the
the zone.
playoffs, first
Now
goal of the
Hickey will send it over right
postseason.
toward
Score
the
by
other
number
line.
15.
Looks over to
Noah.
Petrangelo.
Hey!
Petrangelo looks to Olofsson.
Assisted by number
Moves in a
10,
shot.
Nicholas
Save by Gustafson.
Brewer. And by number 55, Keegan
We're under 9:30 to go in the second
Holzar.
period. Sure,
Time and
go
goal,
for it.
9:30
And a save by
remaining in
Aiden
the
Hill.
second period. Noah Hannafin with his first playoff goal, assisted by
Again,
Nicholas
Gusto.
Ruau
He's back
and
on
Keegan
ice.
Holzar
Looks like
at
the rookie
9:30 in the
inside.
second period of the
And stop by
playoffs.
Gustafson. 9:12 remaining, only 4-1 game. Now they're ready to go as they're ready to take another face-off here in the Wild's territory. Now the win will put it in for another take. Glove save by Gustafson as he rolls it over again to Eriksson Ek. Rolls it big down. Birdie back out in. Eriksson Ek rolls to Hartman. He'll clear it out. Now Hartman sets to Johansson on a shot and a big save by Aiden Hill. Mark Stone with his own rebound hasn't really making his goal lately. And saw it too. Save by Gustafson. Now they're ready to take another puck drop. 8:45 left to go in the second period, 4-1 score. Now for the win, here's Hague. Hague shot. Boldy takes over, now finding Zuccarello. Zuccarello moves around, and a club stopper by Aiden Hill. He really ripped off with that, and he really wants to save it again.
Didn't think he was going to be really making his way down. Tightness games does stand out for Aiden Hill. Just respect that.
Hague's right turn wing again to Saad. Again to Stone. Block the shot. Rebound by Stone. Back behind with Petrangelo. Rebounded it. It goes right back to Brennan Son. KU. Petrangelo. Sets to Stone. Stone. Side. KU. Back to side. Stone. Rebound side. He now gets his Stone. And this one goes up by 4. Nobody stands out. Brennan Son was really making a good clear. This zone age by KU, and now this is the only goal. That's when he was really making it through. And Saad really knew it. This is definitely a tip-off grade. Yes, he's given it over to. Nice take on this own goal. Golden Knights really are looking their way up here in the second period, and Mark Stone with the assist. 5 points to score. Only 8:06 remaining in the second period. Now Theodore will send it over, and Boldy takes it away. Here's another chance, kicked out by Aiden Hill. McNabb sends to Barbashev. Over to Olofsson. Olofsson shot, rebounded in. Oh man, Gustafsson! He just couldn't stop this one as he really dives in to save the puck.
Well, it looks like Marc-Andre Fleury was watching on again. I thought that Gustafsson was really making it all like he was uncomfortable. He didn't really think he was able to give it all, but he does. But until then, you might have to figure it out if you can get it through the timing rightly.
Flagler shot's blocked as he rebounds it, Weber makes it, and right to goal post. That ricochets out of here. Barbashev went down. Rebounds
For
it.
the Golden Knights, his first goal
Now
in the
Minnesota
playoffs.
Wild are back
First
in the
goal
offense as Selecta sits to
postseason.
Ogren.
Score by number 20.
Ogren's returning with a shot
Stop.
saved by Aiden Hill.
Assisted by number
Ogren.
14, Nicholas.
Back to Theodore as he sends the
Hagen.
pass to Eichel.
And by number 61,
Eichel on the race.
Buck
And Ogren sets it
Stone.
over, back over again to Minnesota.
7 goal,
as Selecta sets to
11:54
Peter.
remaining in the second
Again to
period.
Ogren.
Brendan Saad with his first
Tucked it
playoff
away,
goal,
back to
assisted by
Olsen.
Nicholas Kaju and Mark Stone in the
Olsen
second
is
period
rubbed off
at
the board.
11:54 in the playoffs.
Against Tomas Hurdle. Here's another one to Faber as he's right turned away. He gives it over again to Johansson. Johansson got a little crush down here. McNabb sets to Lavoie. Poked out. Johansson takes it over. Now they pass to Hartman. Hartman, who's around, saved me by Aiden Hill. He was really like keeping it already done, and now they're still going. Hurdle makes his way down, gives it in, clubs it up. Only 6:18 remaining in the second period. Now, here's the next game coming up for you here on game number 2. Starting off is the Eastern Conference, as we have the one of our big takes. New Jersey Devils are taking on against the Carolina Hurricanes with the first game. Following along with the second game, as this will be the other side, as the Avs take on against the Stars. Then the next game, as we will be heading right toward another one to take a good batch here for tonight's game, as we have our big takes on the status between the first versus the wild card team. As one of our big takes here, the Capitals against the Canadiens, and later tonight will be the Jets against the Blues here for our next game. And then after this game, it will be the Jets facing against the Blues for later tonight at 9 p.m. Following along, as I'll have this next game here on the other side, the Battle of Ontario will be the next take here between the Ottawa Senators and the Toronto Maple Leafs at Scotiabank Arena. My next commentaries will be James Jamalski, and along with Cheryl, and as we'll be seeing things, what goes in with the odd and the evens between the Senators and the Leafs. This one might be a great take here, and we'll find out what takes on. Penalties on
Vegas
Brendan
Bailey
Saad
has
as
a
he's
2-minute
tripped.
tripping on number 20.
You can't play it like this. Man, Brendan Saad was really like over and out, and somehow he trips him up, and he's really like diving in for the reach. That knee was just slamming it in, and now that Saad is going to get in the penalty box.
Penalty kill again on the Vegas Golden Knights.
Now this is a take here from Minnesota. They just need to give this one another chance on the goal. They have been really
Biggest penalty, number 20, 2 minutes before tripping. Time of the penalty, 5:20 remaining in the second period. That's a Golden Knights penalty on number 20, Brandon Saw, for 2 minute tripping. Time of the penalty, 5:20 remaining in the second period. That means your Golden Knights are in the penalty kill.
Trying to go for middle. Aiden Hill will cover it up with only under 5 minutes in the second. Now they're off to do it again. As they'll take another face-off in between with the star of the Knights and the Wild. Oh, good take! Oh, wow, Aiden Hill was really like already on the speed. He felt like, yep, I'm done making a dive play. That's really close. Minnesota wins the face-off, and Spurgeon a chance, pass saved by Aiden Hill. Frederick Guru. Payton takes it over. He clears it out. Rebound by Rosie. And now Halvin's right toward Wayne. Moves in front. Now it's back to Hartman. Marco Rosie finds again in front of Guru. Guru. Cutting chance. What a catch on the glove by Aiden Hill. And Aiden takes it out.
That's really unbelievable. This is incredible for Aiden Hill as he makes that one a nice diving on the catch made. He really had that one showing in. Wow. That Mercy was going to clear it in. A big take.
Rebound by Minnesota. And Scooter is right toward Wayne. A set-off pass. Top made here by Aiden Hill. Here comes Brock Faber. Moving in and bounding for the chance backhander scores. Frederick Guru now gets 2 goals in his power play, and they really are tipping it up again.
Well, it seemed like that Frederick Guru was making it in there. Got some quick rebounding, and he was right toward him, right beside of him. I don't see any caution in what this takes in. Frederick Guru on the backhander, he really had been like kept on coming. This really was a great on a take goal. And behind him, he was near. And he just really took it right in that passing Hill. That was took out a chance.
Golden Knights cut their lead down by 3 with under 4 minutes remaining in the second period. Now it's the win here for Minnesota Wild. Here's Boldy. Boldy chances to Corello, saved by Gill. 3:50 remaining in the second period. As they get another defensive strategy to put up another next face-off by the team. Now the win. Here's for Stone, and now he gives to Theodore again to Olofsson. Olofsson right to Wayne. He slipped down, and the bullet penalty has been tipped on. That's going to be a boarding on the
Minnesota penalty has a 2-minute boarding on
not
number
really
12.
setting it up that clear. He was clean, but he was been whacked from the stick of the side of the glass. That's going to make him hurt. No one's really like carrying it for. And Matthew Boldy really didn't feel like he was saying, I had enough of this cool game. I didn't think he was going to like just try and knock somebody over. That's big and bad.
Minnesota penalty, number 12, 2 minutes for boarding. Time of penalty, 3:44 remaining in the second period. That's a penalty on Minnesota Wilds on 12, Matthew Boldy for a 2-minute boarding. Time of penalty, 3:44 remaining in the second period of the playoffs. That means your Golden Knights are on the energy power play.
And he tried to clear it in the middle. Dorofoyev is right toward it in a wing in the center. Right across the line. Good save by Kuzicin. 3:06 remaining in the second period. 124 for the Vegas Golden Knights power play. Now they win it again, as the Knights will clear that zone out of here.
Score for the Minnesota Wilds. His second goal of the playoffs. 2 goals in the postseason. Score on the power play number 89, Frederick Guru. Assisted by number 7, Brock favor.
Rouse it to Olsen.
Time and a goal for the Wilds on the power play. 16:04 remaining in the second period. For a good order with the second playoff goal, assisted by Brock Faber in the second period on the power play at 16:04 in the playoffs.
And the next take makes the advantage. Olsen. Dorian, blocked by Gustafsson. He really wants to have that one with the crack out of it to show that next retaliation of the game. Now as they're ready to take another puck drop. Still a lot of time left. It still looks like the Vegas are really trying to put the pressure in. Now the win for Minnesota. Favors Richard Wayne went down. Stone looks to Pietrangelo. Hanifin shoots and saved by Gustafsson. Rolls to Hanifin and Hurdle. And a block shot. Stone. Chance back to Hanifin. Rolls to Eichel. Pietrangelo. Eichel. Coyote. Stopped there by Gustafsson. Faber looks to Harrisonette. And that one kicked it out. Goldie's time is about to expire. Faber shot redirected again. Now Stone is right turning the other way again to Hurdle. Vegas Golden Knights come up empty as their power play has already been expired.
Nice take here for the goaltenders, and then what the reaction must have put it in. This really makes it a great easy chain to make that one stop. I know what you're thinking now, but they are really a lesson maintaining. They really are under a high pressure. This take on is for Gustafsson. Keep it saving.
Off to Stone. Stone shoots. Right off the goalpost. Hanifin now right toward the wing as he finds Pietrangelo. Again to Stone. Stone looks to Hanifin. Hanifin right toward wing. Hurdle shot. Glove saved by
There's only 1
Gustafsson.
minute left remaining in the second
1 minute
period.
remaining in the second period. Looks like they're really on a hard pressure inbounding. Now it's the way for Eichel. Here's a shot. He missed wide. And rebound by Eichel. Eichel shot's blocked. Shot chance made by Golden Knights as the save puts it again by Gustafsson. Zuccarello's right over toward Boldy. Missed wide. Zuccarello takes it over now finding Spurgeon. Eriksson shoots. That misses off again. And off the pad by Aiden Hill. Barbashev's right through the wing finding Eichel. Slides it back, moves around quickly, Peter in, and Gustafsson covered it up quickly, under 30 seconds in the second period. With a lot of time left in the period, there it's almost coming down to the end of the second period. Now the win for Minnesota, off to Berdine, Spurgeon. Try to roll it in again to Hartman. Barbashov takes over, now finding Olofsson. Olofsson's right toward wing. Into the middle, gonna make it. Can't get it off the play back way. And Eriksson sets to Johansson. Hartman will not take a shot here to hit the buzz beater. That will end the second period of a 5-2 game. There's 2 goals to make the playoff, Stanley. And we will get ready for the third period when we come back after the break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with you soon. 1 more period left. And we are back in Vegas. Well, this is it. The final period in Game 1 in T-Mobile Arena is coming down to the end. And for this point, it has been one of the biggest matchups between both teams. Alright, let's have you take your ultra beast of how they did in each games.
Well, I say now, that was really like a big uncannibal thing. And what they know now is this keeps on coming back and fighting. Most position here is what I was really noticing. For the Vegas Golden Knights, they were really staggered in. The best team in the league for the Western Conference standings. All I say now is that we really are one big happy place to have it served up with a shining night of a victory, and hopefully this will be the first win in the game to have a victory over the Wilds.
Olofsson, pass to Petrangelo, big save play by Gustafsson. Foley went down. Eichel rolled again to Petrangelo on a shot, save off by Gustafsson. Zuccarello's right turn wing, sits to Rosie. Rosie, that one takes out. Olofsson moves over. On a tight Manny Barbashev, save play by Gustafsson. And now Faber rolls it again to Middleton, off to Hartman. Hartman shot, glove save by Gill. A lot of time left in the line, and only 5-2 game for Vegas. Now Zuma will put it in for the Vegas Golden Knights. He now finds Petrangelo. Wow, he went slipped down. No penalty on Minnesota. Here's another taken bounding. Even Hill stops that one. Petrangelo off the Stone. Stone rolls the side. Close save by Gustafsson. Just coming down in the mark by 18-18 in the third. They'll get their number face-off coming up. Now they're ready for another face-off. 5-2's the score for Vegas. Now the win. And he went down afterward. And Ogren is right to earn his own. Sells it up high. Rebound by McNabb. Kicks it over. And here's Gooderoo. That shot redirected off the heavy traffic. Ogren sets the ball though. Big save by Gill. Theodore's right turn wing. And he now sets a quick pass to McNabb. Into the middle! Save by Gustafsson. Almost would have had a chance here for Brennan Saad to get 2 goals. Ogren. Move around. Big stop here by Aiden Hill. Theodore sets the pass over, now finally to get McNabb. McNabb pass to Stone. Stone right turn wing again to Howden. Block the shot. That's on Spurgeon. Rebound by Howden. And a rebound puts by Shore. Shore will clear that one out. And now Hannaford's right turn wing again to Howden. Here's Stone, right turn wing. In his zone, Shore. Shore moves around. A pass to Trennan. Again to Kushyanov. Kushyanov rolls it out of the way. Short shot saved by Gill. Back to Spurgeon. Spurgeon goes up empty-handed as the heavy-man traffic is in middle. Whitecloud will clear that zone out of here. Rebound by Brodin. Right toward the wall. And now the rebound by Lavoie. Lavoie finds Curtle. Hannafin. This one clears out. Minnesota back off to the offense zone and they're on the race. Trennan. One time for Arsenet. Shot. Saved by Gill. Johansson looks at Brodin. Brodin shot. He scores! Joel Arsenet deflects it in. And this gets closer and in to a 5-4 game.
This didn't seem a chance to take that one's responsible. I don't see anything going on. And when I see this play doesn't really make anything, but that really made that great stop. I don't see any changes afterward, and that really makes sure Eriksson net. He made that great deflection. That's when it stands out to make it in.
Eichel wins the faceoff. SKU sets it over. Now as the Vegas Golden Knights will take their chance here, and here's Spurgeon. Their team's down by 2. And a penalty will be gained on Haydu. That's going to be a tripping call.
Vegas penalty's got a 2-minute tripping on number 14.
Haydu's not happy at all. I mean, that really takes it over. And what they said now, draw to Eriksson Ek, he really took it in. That Haydu was not given a good chance in it. They're getting another power play, they're going to come back in. Haydu's team, another penalty kill for Vegas Golden Knights. 16:07 remaining in the third period.
Vegas penalty, number 14, 2 minutes for tripping. Stanley penalty, 16:09 remaining in the third period. That's a 2-minute penalty on the Vegas Golden Knights, number 14, Nicholas Kagyu, for a 2-minute tripping on the team. Stanley penalty, 16:09 remaining in the third period of the playoffs. That means your Golden Knights are in the penalty kill.
Here's Theodore, sends it up, and it'll clear the zone.
Score for the Minnesota Wild. His first goal in the playoffs, first goal in the postseason. Score by number 14, Joel Eriksson Ek. Assisted by number 25, Jonas Brodin. And by number 90, Marcus Johansson. Time of goal, 3:41 remaining in the third period. That's Joel Eriksson Ek with his first playoff goal, assisted by Jonas Brodin and Marcus Johansson in the third period at 3:41 in the
And now
playoffs.
Boldy's right toward wing. Move around. Zuccarello's shot. Saved by Hill. Rebound by Zuccarello. Saved off the stopping timer. Over to the middle. Pearson. Couldn't clear it out. Here's Rosie. To Zuccarello. Third time stops the charge for Aiden Hill. Big save. Pearson right toward the wing. Eichel. Stopped by Boldy. Pearson fouls it out. And now Pearson will clear his own out. Never a chance here for the Wilds. That pass broken up. Here looks to Eichel. Pearson. Into her wing. Shot saved off by Gustafsson. Stops it again. He'll cover it in with only 15 seconds for the Wilds power play. Only 14:22 in the third. Boy, they were really gasping out here in Vegas town. They were not really sure if they're going to win it again, don't they?
Well, I was going to say I thought that goal was making it in. This really kept on flying by. This has been a big pass to make the percentage go in.
Wilds end their power play. That'll be 1 for 4 for their team.
What a chance save here by Gustafsson, and then this one gets over by Aiden Hill. They've really got some great goalie matchups. The big defenseman ever, I've got to say, there was no stopping to this point, but they really kept on coming.
Good poke check here by Petrangelo. Now Olsen's right toward the wing. A set to Eichel. Eichel to the wing. Shots blocked by Faber. O'Brien. Looking over again, trying to get back in the middle. On a shot pass to Chisholm. On a shot missed wide. Kevin sets to Barbashev. Barbashev right toward the wing as he will fire that one out. And Chisholm right toward the center, forget to Hartman. And the Wilds are back in the regaining group in the Vegas territory. Petrangelo takes it over. Sets the pass to Gannifin. Hannifin's right toward wing. Right toward his zone. Shot scores! Tomas Hill. They roll up and make their up by 3 again.
Tomas Hill was really like doing an awful straight. That really makes him off the defender and goes right to the pass and gets his own goal. I never seen to see what Earl was getting there, but that really was a good shot down to the goal.
Tomas Hill really received it up. He's got his first goal of the playoff. 6-3 score. Now here's the win. Spurgeon takes over again to Hartman. Hartman fires it. Saved by Gill, and it's up in the netting on a play. Another chance here for the Minnesota Wilds to try to pick up another face-off, but Vegas have been a better team. 6-3. And a shot missed redirected. Off to Johansson. Brodin move around. Save play on a blocker. Here's Eriksson Ek finds Johansson. Shot. Big pat stopped by Aiden Hill. Harman. A battle against Petrangelo.
Score!
Now Moves to Lavoie.
For the Golden Knights, his first goal of the playoffs, first goal of the postseason. Score by number 48,
Bumps up for
Tomas.
Rebounded again by Erickson.
Assisted by number 15. No. And
keeps his own in.
And by number 7, Alex Pietrangelo. 7 goals, 7 at 3, remaining in the third period. Tomas Cordell with his first playoff goal, assisted by Noah Gannathan and Alex Pietrangelo in the third period. That's 7 at 3 in the playoffs.
Over again to Green, and the puck escapes his zone into the Wild territory. Faber rolls again to Trennan. Back in the Golden Knights zone is Trennan. Moves toward the front. Sure. Fires it. Cup saved by Gill. 11:30 remaining in the second period to the third. Only a 6-3 game. Now they're ready to take another puck drop. 11:30 remaining in the third period. Vegas wins the faceoff as McNabb sets the field. Oh, he right toward the wall. Eye the back. Zuccarello. Shot, save, being played. And then Hill stays back. How did he make it happen? He really just made a great stop. Look at the fans. They're really loving it.
You really see what goes down. Aiden Hill was really like giving it over. This is a big fundraiser applause here in Vegas.
Like cloud up. Middleton sets over to Zuccarello. He now finds over again. The pass finding Boldy. Boldy shoots it, saved by Gill. They're in the midway mark in the third. 6-3 is the score. Here's another one here for the Wild. Says now this one tops it up, and it will send it into the netting out of play. Here's another look at the face-off. 125 for Minnesota and only 90 for Vegas. Here's another one. Faber up, redirected. Rebounded by Ogren. Here's another one. That's big down and wide. Frederick Goodwin trying to get 3 goals in the game. And now this one will tip back out. Goodwin sets to Ogren. Easy save by Hill. Folegner sets to Spurgeon. And even took a little nasty hit. This will be another penalty kill on Vegas. And Jack Eichel's going back to the penalty box.
Vegas
He really
penalty's got a
sets it over
2-minute
now. Now
slash
Jack
on
Eichel's
number
really
9.
not setting it up in his own goal. He really been like stepped out. He was really bad at this point.
Golden Knights, another penalty kill here, as the Wilds will get another power play start advantage. Here's another win.
Vegas penalty, number 9, 2 minutes for slashing. 7 penalty, 10:25 remaining in the third period. That's a penalty on the Vegas Golden Knights on number 9, Jack Eichel for a 2-minute slashing. 7 penalty, 10:25 remaining in the third period of the playoffs. That means your Golden Knights are in the penalty kill.
Ogren rolls back. Ogren now finds it over again to Goodrow. Spurgeon fires it. Save play by Gill. Boy, even took a little bit of a cover afterwards here for Gill. He really stepped it up here really good. Now as they're ready to take another puck drop here. Still a lot of time to get things going here for Minnesota. Maybe there's going to be another power play afterward. Clears the zone. Here's Rosie. Sets to Goodrow. Goodrow to her wing and a shot. Big save! He took it out! Ogren sets to Spurgeon. Into her middle, he scores. He got 3 goals in his playoff game as the Hats come on ice in Vegas. Well, the whole Hats puts it in for Frederick Goodrow. He thought that Aiden Hill was really going to try to accept that. But this goal turned it over. And now that Frederick Goodrow, he made another goal. That's incredible.
It's lucky to say now that Frederick Guterud was able to get 3 goals of his hat-trick game. That's for game number 1. But it was really like all of a sudden, made that one great stoppage. Nothing really said about her, as they've really been timed by. I was really sure enough that Frederick Guterud was making a great goal to get that one a comeback rally to give this one an own game. Now let's see what he does if he gets 4 of his playoff. I'll keep an eye on that one if anything changes. Back to you guys.
Well, as for without Follett, as we were noticing that Kirill Kaprizov, he was definitely not in the starting group. What happened with Kirill Kaprizov is he made us run hard, a terrible hit here, and this one was given over with a smash down. This one was really pretty, turning out badly, and what they said now is that we couldn't replace him. They couldn't bring him back into the game. So we'll definitely have to miss him out here for the rest of it. It's definitely a big surprise. All I say now is that Frederick Guterud knows about Kirill Kaprizov. He was definitely like too hard this time and time. I was really noticing that this kid took out, they couldn't win it. This is what they really don't do. It's just kind of hard to try to stay in the game. And what they do now is they'll try their best next time.
Score for the Minnesota Wilds. His 3rd goal of the playoffs, 3rd goal of the postseason on the hat trick. Score on the power play, number 89.
It rolls back over again to Middleton.
He's assisted by number 46, Jared Spurgeon. And by number 28, Liam Ogren. 10 minute goal for the Wild's power play, 10:33 remaining in the 3rd period. Frederick Guterud, his 3rd goal in the playoffs on the hat trick and the playoff goal, assisted by Jared Spurgeon and Liam Ogren. In the 3rd period for the Wild's power play at 10:33 in the playoffs.
To Barbashev again to Stone. Stone looks to Eichel. Eichel moving around. Good pad stop here for Gustafsson as he now kicks off the Baldy. Baldy right turn wing. Saved by Aiden Hill. Move around piece for Baldy. Pad stop made. And Petrangelo takes it over. It's back in the offense zone. With only 7:35 left to go in the 3rd period. Here's Spurgeon, he's right turn wing as he sets it over to Ogren. In the zone. Rosie shot block. Solving his own rebound, trying to get for 2. And now it's back again to Spurgeon. Spurgeon. Toward middle, couldn't get anybody open. And a move around piece, that one shot wide. And Howden right turn the wing, trying to roll his puck across. Howden sets to Stone. Stone coming out a bit of a hard time and he gets aside. And Follett goes right turn away again to Guterud. Guterud. Shot, pat save, Aiden Hill. Didn't know where the puck went, but the recover puts in by Vegas.
This is really like undergoing taking, and they really are staggered. This one really makes it a great chain-off.
Birdie watching offside. And here's Stokanson's right turn again. Back to Spurgeon. Spurgeon chance on a shot. And Pat save. Kicked it out. Covered up by Gill. We're nearing a 5-minute mark in the 3rd period. There's a bunch of time to go. Not a win for Minnesota as he rolls that one up and stopped by Aiden Hill with only 6:18 to go in the 3rd. Don't forget, folks, coming up will be the Battle of Ontario as the Maple Leafs are taking on against the Ottawa Senators for the first game in Toronto, Canada, of the Battle for Ontario at Scotiabank Arena. This will be the first game to show things off in a bit of a rival week here in the playoff, but more likely a big on static. It's a big on the show as we're ready to see things in. Probably next season of the Game of the Night will be the Battle of Ontario. I can't wait to see this one with the next game.
Me too. I mean, I say that Senators and definitely the Leafs are one of the big matchups here, ever playing since the regular season. And one of our types on our skull, this is the big fight-off between the Ontario of Canada. What they notice about this, I just really say that they really are like pushing up the standard pace. And what they say now is that it's really easy enough to like keep things going. It's really like great take. I mean, just a good status. I mean, how do you get it? They're really like all over anybody. Base that now, but we really are happy enough to make it clear.
Here's a shot and a chance to make. This one's blocked. Hanneman rolls about the other way. Again to Hurdle. Hurdle fires it, saved by Gustafson. Dorfier! Pass broken up here by Hartman. And now here's Johansson's right toward Wayne. Pass to Hartman on a shot. Wow, what a great wicket here, but save off by Gill. And Johansson saved again by Gill. 2-time stop. Again, Hurdle takes over. Wind around the net is Faber. Hartman's right turn again to pass to get a Baldy. Baldy to Middleton. Middleton sits to Faber. Again at Eric's net. That fire chopped it up, and it's rebounded off by Barbashev. We're down to a final 5 minutes in the third period, presented by Discover. Petrangelo looks again at Eichel. Eichel sits to Barbashev, who's around, saved by Gustafson. Rosie's already stuck up in the corner, and it's rebounded again by Brock Faber. Here's to Corello, again to Rosie. Cuts in right toward the side of the net. Hague rolls to Petrangelo. Petrangelo's right toward Wayne. Faber takes it out, rebound by Barbashev. Then a shot glove saved by Gustafson. 4:26 remaining in the third period as they'll grab another face-off coming up. Who had a better night this time? I'll halfway enter in.
Well, good thing is that we've seen everything that goes with the possible on a change-up or anything. And I'm going to say this one now, the Vegas Golden Knights being selected to Jack Eichel. He looks really well, showing his best skating percentage. He really is showing a little unstoppable force to put in with some great effort. With some double traffics, it was nowhere near, but they really took it off the line. I've seen a lot of great use of it and his energy to put in some goals. And this time, it's been like anybody's play of their favorite. Back to you.
Thank you there, Roy. Flego clears it out. The rebound by Gigu. And he sets over to Brennan Saad. Again to Stone. Stone blocks up, rebounds it. Saad kicks the plate away as Brodin with his own rebound. Brodin over to Ogren. It's rebounded by Ogren. Spurgeon. Ogren. Pass to Brodin. Shot. Pat save. Kicked it out by Gigu. Eagles right toward in the wing. Again, Assad. The Golden Knights are back in the offense zone as they're kicking the puck in the zone. Now it's rebounded by Petrangelo, again to Eichel. Spurgeon takes over to Rosie. Rosie. McNabb takes over now by Petrangelo. And sets to Eichel again to Saad. Saad toward the wing. A rebound puts in. On one-timer, a shot chance saved me by Gustafson. Stone went over it. And now it's rebounded by Middleton. Middleton sets to Zuccarello. And Theodore right toward wing. Offer now to Olofsson. Olofsson pass to Theodore. Here's a shot. Gloved and swallowed up by Gustafson. Just about 2:27 left to remain in the third. And here's another win here for the Minnesota Wilds. Barbashev comes from the wall. This one goes down. Barbashev looks over and a shot. Great taking bounding, and they took it out. Johansson sits to Middleton. Middleton to Johansson. Good stick lift by Theodore. Theodore looks to McNabb. We're now fighting to get Olofsson. Olofsson lost that one. Faber looks to get Johansson. Johansson rolls to Hartman. Hartman to Eriksson. Eriksson right turn wing. Lost his handling. Rebound puts in by Barbashev. Right turn wing. Slides around on a shot saved by Gustafson. Rolls back to Moldy. Again to Middleton. Middleton looks at Zuccarello. Fires that shot saved by Gill. Stone rolls to McNabb. He looks aside. Side goes down. Moldy clears that one out. And now here's another take to McNabb. And over down the side. Side looks to Howden. Howden slides a pass, and a sidestepper saved me by Gustafson. McNabb rolls
There
the
is
pass
only
to
one more
Petrenko.
minute remaining in the
As there are a lot
third
of big
period.
attackers here on the man. Here's Zuccarello. Deep pass to Rosie. Extra skater coming on for Minnesota. Under a minute left to remain in the third period. Sets the hurdle. Trying to go for some deep pass to Lavoie. Scores! And that's how you do it in the first game here. As Lavoie gets his first playoff goal against the net.
It's all over. That's a Lavoie that was making a great goal to make that great start. This appearance was making a nice change. He was going to do that, but Lavoie done.
And with that one, Alex Petrenko gets the assist as all the teams come up from their seats and let Roy Rousey and pride in Vegas town. Now here's a chance to Trenton, pulls it in, saved by Gill.
Brownie Golden Knights, his first goal in the playoffs. His first goal of the season. Scored by number 62, Raphael Lavoie. Assisted by number 48, Thomas Hurdle. And by number 7, Alex Randall. Time on an empty net goal in the third, 1918. Raphael Lavoie with the empty net goal, assisted by Tomas Hurdle and Alex Pietrangelo in the third period, the empty net at 1918 in the playoffs.
Chase home. Back to Lavoie. Never get for Minnesota. And Pietrangelo, and that's going to do it. And a great chance here for Vegas Golden Knights. They win their first game against the Lions.
Well, take a look at the chance. That's what happened to Aiden. He was really like on a desperate need of a win, and now he's
Vegas
dug it
Golden
out.
Knights
That means
7
the Knights win
and
their first
Minnesota
game
Wilds
victory.
4. That means the Knights are
There's
on
been
the
one fabulous thing here. With some chances, it turned it off. Well, folks, I hope you all enjoyed this part of the game, and we'll see you all again for the next one for another Stanley Cup playoffs. I'm Tube, and along with me, Ultra, and Roy Cruz, this has been a presentation of the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs. Thank you, and good night in Vegas. All right, folks, thank you very much. Vegas wins the first series of the game in Game 1, and here are the 3 star players of the game. First star starts off with Raphael Lavoie with the goal to assist in 5 hits. He only made this one a nice tempting goal to make that in. Then, the second star player of the game goes to Very Good with 3 goals and 13 hits. Power play goal really doesn't matter to make it a great chain, but it makes it a nice tough shot to get in. And your first star player of the game is Adin Hill. 100 saves with 962 saving percentage of his goal percentage. That one was really like unbelievable. You gotta say what Adin Hill's been like. He's been like a pressure. I give it a great clean afterwards. I mean, they really loved it. That Adin Hill was better than a Canadian player. He really took his goaltending. No sign at all. And now here's a look at the total statistics. 104 over 152 hits, and then it was only 619 time on attack with 88.6% of the passing, and it's only 2 power play goals with 816 for the Minnesota Wild. Only 4-minute penalty kill. And for Vegas, they only had 80 with 104, but it was only 537, 88.1 percentage. And they had 53 face-off wins, with 10-minute penalty kills was too many times, and it was 1 power play goal and made 209 power play minute. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this part of the game. We'll take a few minute break and we'll get back to you shortly to get ready for our next 2 games for the doubleheader night. And this will be all for the Stanley Cup playoffs. Nighttime game to finish game 1 before game 2. Anyway, we'll see you all later, everybody, on the other side of the screen. So, you don't want to miss that one out. Peace out for a while as the NHL Stanley Cup playoff on EA Sports. This is Son of Beast and Fan signing out. Good night, folks.
If you don't, somebody will.